Hello YouTube, Elmas to show off here, and I have for you guys today a very old Wi-Fi battle. This is actually the last Wi-Fi battle that I've saved up where me or my opponent used a Greninja. But it was a very good battle. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button down below. One like can definitely go a long way, of course. And I have a very interesting question today in my opinion. For those of you who are unaware, Greninja's been recently banned, but with Greninja gone, what new threats do you think are going to become popular now that Greninja has left OU? Because Greninja did keep a lot of things from being used as much as it could have been used, and just, yeah, I'm actually very interested to find out what your guys' thoughts are on that. And looking at team preview, I'm using a team that are based around Scarf, Garchomp, and Specs Magnezone. But going into the battle, obviously the biggest threat I saw my opponent's team was going to be that Greninja, just because it literally destroys my entire team. So I really have to watch out for it. And I also have to ensure that I can Mega Evolve with my Lopunny right off the bat, as we both actually lead off with our Mega Lopunny. Thankfully, my Mega Lopunny is well trained, and I'm going to be able to win the potential speed tie, and I'm going to be able to get off the fake out before he ends up Mega Evolving and hitting me with the fake out. And that's actually really good for me because I'm able to get up a bit of prior damage on his Lopunny. And then this turn, I'm going to predict him to switch into Skarmory. So what I'm going to do is actually make a bit of a risky double switch into my Magnezone. There was also a chance he might have wanted to bring in the Florges, thinking I would go for high jump kick. But thankfully, I do get that double switch correctly, as I'm going to be able to go straight for the Thunderbolt. I know I will not OHKO Skarmory because they do tend to carry Sturdy, but it will be indeed a 2-hit KO unless he does have the Shed Shell, which as you can see he does not, considering that he has leftovers. So he does end up getting up his Stealth Rocks. And I made one very big error when I made this team. I put a Talonflame on my team, and I have no way of getting rid of Stealth Rocks, and I was really hoping that late game my Talonflame would be able to clean up the match. Unfortunately though, that is not going to be the case now. As he brings in the Lopunny, I'm going to make the safe switch right into my Landorus. I was really hoping he wouldn't go straight for the Ice Punch, because the switch out was fairly obvious, knowing that I wouldn't stay in wanting to take a high jump kick. As he actually ends up going for the fake out, I'm not really too sure why he did that. I definitely think he should have gone for the high jump kick if anything, because that probably would have done more damage than fake out. As I take the Ice Punch, thanks to the Intimidate, I'm going to be able to get on my own Stealth Rocks to weaken his Talonflame and the remainder of his team. Unfortunately though, at this point I really have no use for my Landorus, so I'm just going to leave it in for Death Fodder. I ended up going for Stone Edge here, thinking that, okay, if he doesn't knock me out, he could maybe want to switch out, or just, if I had just gone for Earthquake, I would have been able to possibly knock out this Lopunny. Because as you saw, I lived on 1 HP, and that kind of upset me, because I knew I should have gone for Earthquake, but for whatever reason I Stone Edged because I thought he may want to switch, which was really dumb thinking on my part. And now this Lopunny is still going to be around for the remainder of this battle, as I can bring in my Talonflame. I know the switch out is fairly obvious, but even if I get up to +2, I still think it's more beneficial to me to just go straight for the Brave Bird, because I am Adamant Sharp Beak. The reason why I run Adamant on Wi-Fi is because not many people run Thunderous, which is what Talonflame normally runs Jolly for, if I'm not mistaken. So Adamant is just a lot better in my opinion, as I'm actually going to be able to 2-hit KO the incoming Landorus, which I found to be very impressive, considering that Talonflame really doesn't hit extremely well. I wouldn't say that, but Landorus does have very good bulk. Talonflame does hit respectively hard enough, but it still misses out on notable 2-hit KOs and OHKOs. So I was really happy when I was able to 2-hit KO the Landorus. As he brings in the Lopunny, I really have no more use for my Talonflame at this point in the battle, so I'm just going to fodder it off, allow me to get a free switch into my Clefable. Then this turn, I'm actually going to double switch into my Magnezone, thinking that he would want to bring in the Florges, but he actually makes a very ballsy, risky, and questionable play and switches directly into his Greninja. I'm not really too sure why he did this, because Moonblast might have been able to knock him out if I did make the aggressive play, or he knew I wouldn't go for the Moonblast, which in that case it was a very good switch on his part, as I'm going to be forced to switch back into my Clefable. At this point I know that I can't take any one move that he wants to go for, but the follow-on turn because every Greninja ran Gunk Shot, he's gonna go for it. So if he did miss, I decided to go for the Flamethrower just to get off a little bit of extra damage on him, but he doesn't miss and he's gonna be able to finish me off, which kind of sucks because now Greninja still is a humongous threat to my team. However though, I do still have Scarf Garchomp, and because I was able to Mega Evolve my Lopunny, I will be able to outspeed him, so I can kind of keep it in check as long as I don't make very bad plays, as I'm in a perfect scenario where I can honestly just go for the return. Even if he wants to switch directly into Florges, I should still be able to 2 KO him, as I'm actually going to be able to finish off the Mega Lopunny. He is not going to bring the Florges. I know a return will not be able to OHKO Florges, so I'm going to be forced to switch out, and I have a perfect switch in my Magnezone, and so long as he doesn't get the special attack drop with the Moonblast, I should be in a good scenario. But he actually ends up going for the Protect, I guess just wanted to gain back a little bit of recovery. Now I am modest, max special attack with Choice Specs. I'm thinking this Florges is going to get straight up OHKO'd. No, it lived on a pretty respectable amount of HP, and I was just like, what? This is actually kind of bad because I'm locked into Flash Cannon. He still has a Talonflame and he just went for the Wish. Basically what could happen is he can bring in Talonflame, I hit him with the Flash Cannon, he lives, he sets up a Swords Dance, and then potentially sweeps through what I have left on my team. Thankfully, and very lucky on my part, he most likely is a Choice Banded variant, because there was really no reason for him to not just go straight for the Swords Dance or the Flare Blitz, if anything, as I'm actually able to finish him off, and maybe I would have been able to knock him out actually after the Rocks damage. So I guess him going for the Wish wasn't that big of a deal, but at the time I was actually very terrified of Talonflame being able to make a comeback and win him the match, as he brings in the Greninja. This is his final Pokemon, and I'm actually not really worried whatsoever because I do still have my Scarf Garchomp lying in wait that can come in. I can go for Outrage, I can go for Earthquake, I can go for Stone Edge if I'm a real man, but I am not a man. I'm gonna go straight for the Outrage because I'm not going to potentially lose this battle, and that is going to be the victory in my favor. So yeah, that was definitely a fun game. Greninja was something that I really had to worry about. Even though I did have 2 Mons on my team that could outspeed it, it was still just a big offensive threat, and definitely did put a lot of pressure on my team. But now it's gone. So yeah guys, let me know in the comment section below what new threats or what new Pokemon are gonna rise in usage now that Greninja has left OU, because I know there's a couple things I want to try out, but I definitely want to know what you guys are gonna try out or you think is gonna move up. And just, yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button down below, and thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. So later everybody.